your girl is back. Your girl is back with another video, you guys. I know ain't nobody watching right now, but I'm gonna have to start talking because I gotta make this quick because I don't want to be on here too long. I just wanted to clear the air and clear some things up, you guys. I hope everyone is having a marvelous, marvelous day. If you are listening to my beautiful voice and you are not subscribed, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go ahead and stop what you're doing and turn that post notification on so you will be notified every single time that I post. But today I came on a more usually my commentary is, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm looking at my phone. Usually my commentary is pretty much upbeat and just very light. But today I just wanted to respectfully clear the air because, I don't want nobody to get nothing twisted about your good old, your girl now on these YouTube streets, honey. I don't want us to get it twisted. I ain't trying to go back and forth on about it. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm being disrespectful to them because I've always stated that this YouTube stuff is just a hobby for me. This is just me coming on here, giving my perspective because I do like commentary. I like and I'm sorry y'all, I'm not using my external webcam. I'm using like the one built into my computer, so if the visual is not that good, it's okay. But yeah, I've always said that I have done this YouTube thing just to give my perspective and observations because I watch YouTube a lot of times. And so this for me is not to just be extremely money hungry or get clout or get super famous and offer anything. That's not what I'm here for. Okay. I'm just here to talk about some things that I observe and move on because I do enjoy commentary and reactions. Hey, Miss Darlene, how are you doing? So like I said, I'm gonna say what I got to say real quick and be on and off and let you all know what's going on. And yeah, so this morning I woke up, honey, got up out the bed and I saw that Chopping Up with Roz, her daughter, NaNa Powers, she actually made a video about me or whatever. Well, she made a life update video and hey, Shauna's Place. But yeah, she did a life update video and then she also talked about my last video in her video. Background about NaNa Power. She is the daughter of Chopping Up with Roz. If you don't know who Chopping Up with Roz is, hey, CC's Life. She's someone who I've done commentary on before, and NaNa is her daughter. She's also done commentary on Keisha. And I actually had subscribed to her because I liked her perspective. She gave a very interesting perspective about Keisha, and I was very supportive of her, even though I did not agree with her mom's. Hey Shaka Sabaz. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. And hey, Lady Devereaux. Hey, Tanisha. But yeah, so she's someone who I definitely agree with her perspective on Keisha, and I was always supportive of her, even though I didn't necessarily agree with her mother's commentary on Latrice. But like I said, YouTube is not personal for me. It's not anything that I, sit up here and live by and die by. So, I didn't see anything wrong with supporting her, even though I didn't agree with her mom's commentary on Roz. So everyone knows my last video, I did the commentary on the back and forth between Roz and Latrice. And in the beginning of that video, I stated, I gave the disclaimer, hit the like button. But yeah, I gave the disclaimer that, in no way, shape, or form was me talking about the back and forth between Roz and Latrice to be insensitive or disrespectful to the situation their family has experienced. That is a terrible situation that they experienced. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. And they're still in my thoughts and prayers for what they experienced. And so when I spoke on the situation, I tried to speak around it or speak lightly because I did not want it to get misconstrued as if I was totally being insensitive to, what had transpired. Now, as far as, me going into detail about what was said, the reason why I decided to spoke out because I wanted to get back into my Latrice commentary. There are a lot of people that follow me that follow Latrice. And so I was just giving an update on everyone who she had been into a back and forth with. And one of the back and forths that I had observed, hey, Mariah, was with her and Roz. Roz had spoken out and she was, giving Latrice some words, And so with that being said, and daytime TV, I ain't here to go back and forth. I'm not here to argue. I'm just here to clear it up and move on. So we're not doing that today. Okay. It's, we're not doing it today. I'm giving my opinion on how I delivered it. And like I said, we're going to be respectful, but this ain't that. This ain't a back and forth. I ain't no internet. I'm not an internet arguer. I'm not an internet gangster. I don't do the back and forth. So this ain't going to be that. So if you coming in here trying to argue with me, I'm going to clear it up and then move on. But anyway, so yeah, so when I started the video off, I was very adamant about, making sure that people understood that this angle that I was coming from. And don't get me wrong, that is what happened with Latrice and what she allegedly said. That is something that is very sensitive. And if I was Roz, I would be upset as well. That is a very touchy subject. And so I want to first say that I'm a woman before any of this at the end of the day. So if it was offensive for me just speaking on the subject in general, definitely I apologize for that, because I don't want anyone to feel like I was disregarding or undermining what they've been through. So as a woman, I can say on this platform and definitely say that yes, absolutely, if you all would, if your family does not agree with people speaking on it at all, and I spoke on it and that offended you because you felt like it shouldn't even be spoken on, what she said, definitely understandable. I apologize for that. What I'm here to do is give my perspective on why it was spoke on and what my angle was. So when I spoke on the situation, I clearly said, I'm gonna go ahead and get all this out of the way. Latrice was dead ass wrong. Let's just start there. She was dead wrong for saying that out of her mouth on her platform. That is extremely insensitive, and she should not have uttered those words. She definitely should have. She most definitely should not have said that. So let's just start there. And in no way, shape, or form am I condoning or saying that there's an excuse for what Latrice said, because there's most definitely not an excuse for what she said. Okay. And I said that I would not have said what she said. I don't believe in that whole karma thing to a certain extent. I feel like God does not work that way. He does not put karma on people. So I gave my thoughts on Latrice's thought pattern and when she feels like it's karma. So I cleared that up and I said that I don't agree with the sentiments of Latrice, and there is no excuse for what she said. Right is right and wrong is wrong. When I spoke about your mom in reference to her response to Latrice, I started off by saying, yeah, I can definitely understand why Ross would have definitely taken offense to that, period. And of course, if you're speaking on something that happened to me and my family, I'm going to speak out on it. All I said was that when giving my perspective on the entire back and forth, because there has been a back and forth between Roz and Latrice, giving my entire perspective, I can't see why Latrice said that. Okay, I cannot see that. And I can definitely understand why your mom would have been upset with Latrice for even going there, because it don't have to go there, right? But when I was listening to your mom's video that she did on Latrice, all I said was, I'm not clear of what she expected when she began to mention others that had reached out and given their condolences. In my opinion, that's something that I would not have expected from Latrice due to the history that Latrice and Roz have. So let's make that clear. This was not to speak about the situation. This was not to speak on, speak on your brother. None of that, because that's something that I don't do. This is not to say that, she should use this situation. No, what I'm saying is this, and this is very simple, plain out. I don't know how else to put it. It's unfortunate as a viewer and as someone who enjoys commentary. It's very unfortunate to watch Black women get nasty and go back and forth all over the opinions they have about certain things. There is definitely nothing wrong with talking about someone in their lives. I've said it myself. Latrice gives us a lot to talk about. A lot. Okay. Latrice lives her life in a way that I would not live. But at the end of the day, there is a way, in my opinion, that you can deliver the information so that it does not turn into the nasty back and forth. So when Roz was speaking on, how she was, just speaking on how Latrice handled the situation, my perspective was most definitely Latrice is dead ass wrong. But I think that we can take any situation, any unfortunate situation, and look at it like this. At the end of the day, something is wrong when it gets this nasty and this deep over the internet. Something is wrong as when strangers dislike each other over opinions over the internet to the point where we can't even sit down and embrace each other as humans. And when it gets to the point where you and someone are so deep into it back and forth over the internet that they can't even step aside and put aside whatever has happened to, just look at you as a human being for what you're going through. And when it gets so deep that you can't do that same thing when they're going through things, when it gets so deep that it gets that nasty and that dirty, everyone needs to change the narrative and the perspective. And I talked about the origin of how these things started. This all started because everyone was upset with Latrice for how she handled the situation with Coco. Everyone had an opinion on her. And I mean, people been had opinions on her before that, but it really got hey Queen T. Yeah. And but yeah, it really got messy, and it really got below the belt, and it really got nasty because people did not agree with how she handled the situation with Coco. And what I was saying was everyone attacked her for how she handled that situation. Everyone antagonized her, and in my opinion, chose the side of Coco and bullied her for it. And then and it's not accusing anyone of having expectations, and then are surprised when her response is what her response is. Not talking about the situation at hand with, Roz and her family, but just in general. People continually criticize Latrice for being a certain way and acting a certain way and having these outbursts and responses and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, we're not looking at how this all started. So that was all I was trying to say. I don't believe in karma. I'm not saying that anything that transpired is karma. I'm not speaking on anyone's family members. That's not what I spoke about. I was speaking about the general back and forth between Roz and Latrice, and how I feel, my opinion on how it started, my opinion on how the narrative can change. That is all. Roz is a grown woman. She can do what she wants to do. She can talk about whatever she wants to talk about. Much respect to her and her platform. This was just my perspective, and it was not with the intentions to be insensitive. The same way that other people come and they give their unsolicited opinion and advice on others, that was just me giving my unsolicited perspective on the unfortunate back and forth. Because in my opinion, I don't want to see them going at it. I don't want to see two Black women continuously tearing each other to shreds and pieces. That's not nice. That's not what I want to see. So that was not my intentions. That's not where I was trying to go. I'm not trying to defend Latrice or pacify her or say that she was right for some of the things she said. Latrice definitely will go below the belt when she's upset with somebody. Most definitely. And I could acknowledge that. She will go low, baby. That was low. And I could acknowledge that it was low. So, let's just clear that up. Another thing I wanted to say, or whatever, and like I said, I'm gonna try to keep this brief or whatever and move on. But another thing I wanted to say as well was the whole let's address the whole it says Darlene says it's crazy how her and her daughter get mad when people say things about them, but they say what they want. Yeah, Tanya says, I'm sorry, I be forgetting I can put the comments up here. I apologize. It says, you speak very clear. You can very much hear what you're saying. The fact that you don't doubt Latrice is the problem. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that because I did not really go in on Latrice for what she said, I think that it could come across or be perceived as if I'm justifying it. And that's understandable. Like I said, and like I said, I don't want to, and I'm not going to talk about this anymore after today because these are still human beings who are still going through a real life situation. I don't want to, I don't want people to think that this is that, because it's not that, but I'm going to clear my name if someone is accusing me of something that it just ain't. So moving on to her calling me thirsty and her saying that I'm trying to bring traffic to, because in the video, she pretty much was just saying how she did not agree with, my perspective, which is totally fine. That is totally, totally fine. You don't have to agree with my perspective. But she said she did not agree with my perspective, and, she was just giving, her take on it. And, that's her right to do so. But she also said some things that just like threw me left field, and I was like, okay. So First thing she said was, well, and this is me paraphrasing. She said that I was, she didn't know if I was trying to be more hostile in my commentary to bring traffic to my channel, or trying to get views. And let me just go ahead and clear this up. And I'm gonna be very respectful with saying this. So like I said, I don't want this to be a back and forth. We're just strangers on the internet, right? So I ain't, you know what I'm saying? These said someone lost a son, a bro, and I would just apologize. Yeah, and that's why I apologize if what I said hurt. So that's what I said at the beginning. I apologize if that was a topic that should not have been spoken on and that you were hurt by my commentary. So I am apologizing for that. But I'm going to clear up as well, because I don't want it to be seen. Yeah, I want to apologize as always if someone is hurt by what I said, but I'm not going to allow a false narrative out about something that I feel like is not true. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It says, NaNa said, I think NaNa was a bit shocked. That's all. I don't think she was trying to start a back and forth. No, and I don't think she was trying to start a back and forth either. But like I said, I'm still going to clear it up, because, saying that I'm thirsty or whatever, like we're going to clear that up right now. But this is the thing. This is not a back and forth, because I out of respect, I understand that, they're going through something. So I'm not going to press the issue, but I want to clear it up though, So back to what I was saying about the whole being thirsty for views and things of that nature. I'm not thirsty for views. I'm not thirsty. These says, keep in mind, sometimes subs can make more drama. Yeah, they can. They definitely can. But yeah, I'm not thirsty for clout. I'm not thirsty for clicks. I'm not thirsty for views. I actually get on here talking about the opposite of what other people talk about. I actually get on here defending people who are usually the villain or the underdog. So if I wanted clout, or if I wanted to bring traffic to a channel, or if I cared that much about, being popular on YouTube, then I would just talk about the same thing everybody else talk about. When people were on here, dragging NaNa for speaking out with Keisha and talking about her, if I was someone who was looking for traffic or clout, I would have done a video about that and try to create traffic about that. So to me, that was like, and don't get me wrong, as a woman, if I offended you and you want to speak out about that, go ahead. Like, I don't have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you felt some type of way, you have every right to. You know what I'm saying? This is your family. So of course, if you want to speak out and say, look, girl, I don't think you should be speaking on this situation, it's not cool, I wholeheartedly understand that and respect that 100%. So let's not get it twisted here. But I don't want people accusing me or putting things on me that are not on me. You know what I'm saying? So don't put that on me. I don't need traffic from nothing. I went to school for 4 long years, got into a whole lot of debt. You know what I'm saying, to make a real living for myself, so that I don't have to depend on anything else except for my God-given talents of being intelligent to support me and my child. I don't need the internet, or I don't need to capitalize off of anything. I like commentary, I like to talk about it, but it's never thirsty. It's never given thirsty. Yeah. All right. Darlene says she said some of her fans inbox her and told her, say, like I said, I just, and I get it. Like, I can understand how she feels because she's in the situation, but I'm going to clear up what I need to clear up. D says, misunderstandings have, I think both you can, yeah, we can respectfully chat, but I don't even want to get into a back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to be that, because I don't even want, like I don't even want to talk about it past today, because this is not a situation where it's really a back and forth. This is just, she felt the type of way and I'm just clearing it up. But it's not a back and forth for me, because, she still is going through something in real life. And so I'm not trying to press an internet issue. Like, this is just the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is very small. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to overshadow her real life, you know what I'm saying, what she's going through. So this is just me clearing the air and just, speaking and clearing it up, because if my name is brought up and someone's saying something about me that I feel to not be true, then, I'm going to talk about it and move on. But I definitely apologize if she felt offended, and I apologize if, it's a situation that they just didn't want people to speak on at all. I definitely apologize for that wholeheartedly. But at the end of the day, there was just some other things said, and I'm still a woman, I'm still a human being, and I just want to clear it up. So thirsty, never that. Never get me thirsty. You know what I'm saying? I'm college educated, just like her. You know what I'm saying? We both went to school. We both have professional careers. You know, I went to school. I have a Bachelor of Science in Management. Excuse me, y'all. But yeah, I have a Bachelor of Science in Management. I work in management in real life. That is what feeds me and my child. You know, the internet is just something to do as a hobby. I love to talk. I love to run my mouth, just like everybody else. And there is nothing wrong with commentary. I've never said anything was wrong with the way what her mom does. If her mom, oh, Sophie says you're so classy. Thank you. But yeah, if her mom wants to talk about Latrice every day of the week, that is totally fine. I was just giving a perspective on how to change the narrative so that it's not so nasty and it's not so much of a back and forth. But Latrice, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to chastise anyone for what they choose to do, because we are all grown. If you want to do commentary and you can say what you want to say, I'm just giving my perspective. So that was another thing. Another thing is another thing that she said as well was I said that Latrice was from the hood, so that's just how she responds. So no, let me clear that up. So I did say that Latrice, people, you know, say things to Latrice and pick at Latrice and then gets upset with the way that she responds. And I did reference to her being, you know, she's someone who's from the street, so she you know, it goes there. So I did definitely say that. But I was speaking more so of how it started. Like I said, in the beginning, everyone kind of gave her a lot of grief for how she went it at Coco. And what I was trying to say was, and I'm apologize if it did not come across that way, was, you know, everyone expected her to have this politically correct, or they always expect her to have this politically correct response to people attacking her, but not understanding the type of person that she is. Not saying that that applies to this situation, because what she did with Roz and her family, that is wrong. That's a separate issue. But just in general, Roz has still gone on to do normal commentary about Latrice outside of the video that she made responding to her about the situation. She still goes on to make commentary and scrutinize her and criticize her for her responses. And so what I'm saying is, if we as people learn to, you know, just look at our delivery of information before we kind of are surprised at someone's response, then maybe the narrative can change. That's all I was trying to say. So that's just that. Now, I thought I was something else to look. I'm over here in the back of my head, look, trying to get all this out in a short amount of time. Like I said, I don't want to say it too long, but it's no beef. It's not like I was not trying to speak on that situation that was said per se, because it is a sensitive situation. I feel like at the end of the day, though, just saying this, I feel like while we also have to while I'm holding myself accountable for speaking on a sensitive situation, let's also hold the originator of who played the clip of her even saying that, because they also were insensitive. You know, if we just want to be all the way real, the only reason why I made a video is because there was a video made by Roz and there was some back and forth there. You know, there was a back and forth. But as far as the original clip that was played, in my opinion, that shouldn't have been played, because that was messy and insensitive to someone's situation. So I think that we all can do better. The people who give commentary on it and the people who try to instigate something off of a sensitive situation. Because I did comment on her video, and, you know, she commented back and she was like, you repeated what was said. But I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, what about the person who played the clip? That was insensitive as hell and wrong, in my opinion. But not to get too much, not, like I said, not to go back and forth too much. I just wanted to clear that up. Last but not least as well, something that was very interesting to me was Paris was in the chats like, oh my God, this was the same person who tried to throw jabs at me. And oh no, and girl, weren't you not just the same person attacking NaNa for her supporting Keisha? Were you and people in your chat not questioning her law degree and accusing her of being ignorant and accusing her of not being intelligent? Were you not just dragging the hell out this girl because she was supporting Keisha, but yet you're on here now? You're concerned, like, I like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about the internet. That's why I say I can't be too heavily invested in the internet, because people have their picks and chooses of what they're going to be outraged about. That is to me, that is like, it's ridiculous. Oh, now you back on her page. Now you're supporting her. Now you're feeling sorry for her, but you just was dragging her all because she had a valid, respectful opinion about Keisha. Oh, okay. Anyway, but not even to give too much on that, because I don't want to take away from this video. What I will say is this: I'm going to end it off. Yeah, trying to stir the pot, definitely trying to stir the pot, most definitely. But I'm gonna end it off by saying this and this only. Okay, I'm not talking about this no more. I come on here to give my commentary and move on. Okay. Um, D says, Paris said you supported what I said about, and exactly, like, girl, and I did not support. I always say I don't agree with the back and forth. I always say I hate that it goes that far. You know what I'm saying? So we're calling me thirsty. I'm thirsty, right? Like you said, Sophie, I'm thirsty. But Paris, you over there in the chat trying to be cool with somebody who you just drugged because they had an opinion about Keisha. I'll be thirsty then. I will be thirsty. I will be thirsty. But yeah, but it's not gonna be a back and forth. It's not going to be any type of beef. And she did say that she would be willing to accept an apology, and she wanted me to take the video down. I've said my piece. I'm not taking the video down because I was respectful in that video, and I don't want to give anyone the impression that I am that I was talking about something that I'd had no business talking about, because at the end of the day, yeah, it says he wasn't trying to be cool. He was trying to call you out for supporting what I was. Oh, child. Well, my bad. I'm sorry. She wasn't trying to be cool. But yeah. But I will say that it's not going to be a back and forth. It's not going to be a beef. I still am sending my thoughts. I'm still sending my prayers. If my commentary offended you, and you felt that it was insensitive, and I hate apologies that be like that. Like, I hate apologies to be like, but in this situation, I have to say, if my commentary and my opinion of the situation offended you, then I most definitely apologize. That was not my intentions with the commentary. That was not the route that I was trying to go. I was just giving my perspective on the back and forth between your mom and Latrice, and I was giving my perspective to how the thought process behind both parties. I don't understand what Latrice said. I don't support what Latrice said. I said it in my video about 3-4 times that there just should not have been anything that has been said. So I am in no way or shape or form trying to excuse or pacify wrong. Right is right and wrong are wrong. People who I favor or people who I agree with, they do things that are wrong all the time on this platform. At the end of the day, none of it is right. I'm not here to make something that's wrong right. That's not what I was trying to do. That's not what I was trying to do at all. Like I said, I don't see the need to take a video down, because it's kind of like, there was nothing bad said in the video. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it just wasn't, even though, and when you're in that situation, I get it, just to hear someone even give any type of perspective that may seem like it's in favor of someone who has been so utterly disrespectful to your mom. I can understand how, that could be like, what, but that wasn't my intentions. It's never given thirsty though. I don't have a reason to be thirsty, baby. I'm on this platform. It says, hey Daisy, I think that's my Thomasina. Hey, clearly she has no idea about who you are. You can say, yeah, I can stand on anything I say. And this is my cousin, y'all. This is someone who knows me in real life. I'm never in my life, I'm a real chick at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I done been through some real shit like everybody else. And I'm never on this internet trying to be malicious or trying to be mean or trying to be nasty. I'm never on that. Y'all have never heard me come out. Now, if I was on here like calling somebody out their name or just being blatantly disrespectful, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then I definitely would, understand, but nothing in I said, no, I'm not taking it down. I'm not. But nothing I said in that video was disrespectful. And I spoke highly of I'm not even speaking highly. I just spoke from a realistic perspective, and I gave advice on how we all can do better. And so I don't understand, how certain things were perceived from that video. I don't care about clout. I'm not trying to be clout. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to speak realistically and say the things that, the internet has a hard time echoing, because nowadays on the internet it's all of this gang up mentality and beat people down mentality and chastise people mentality. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that, and so I'm just speaking from the perspective of how can we change the narrative in general. But you can talk about what you want to talk about. It is what it is. This is not to chastise anyone or scrutinize anyone. This is just simply my perspective. But I ain't no hostility over here. None of my commentary is hostile. So that kind of threw me for a loop too when she said that, because I'm like, she was like, I don't know if your commentary is if she's trying to be more hostile. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, because it's not that. I got a real career just like you have a real career. I make more than enough money to support myself and my child. I've been enjoying the fruits of my labor. I've been having a lot of luxuries off of my real career. This is just YouTube for me. This is just commentary for me. And at the end of the day, I understand and I feel for what you and your family are going through. I was never in my life spoke on your brother at all. I just spoke on the back and forth between Latrice and your mom, but I most definitely did not speak on your brother. And that was also something that was said as well. But people are gonna feel how they want to feel. Like I said, this is the internet, so people are still gonna feel how they want to feel. I don't have any problem with commentary. I don't have any problem with people talking about people. I don't have any problem with any of that. I just said that I wish the narrative was changed. And I wish, we all would kind of reconsider our approach. That's all I was trying to say. Because at the end of the day, we all, every one of us, regardless of who, wrong, right, indifferent, all of us are human beings. All of us go through things. And at the end of the day, if we can all find a better way to approach each other and handle each other, then the world will be a better place. Period. Yeah. Oh, first thing I'm gonna say, you got a kind spirit. Yes, like the live stream, you guys. But yeah, I didn't want to stay on here too long, and I don't want to give it too much. Like I said, their family is still going through like a real life situation, and I'm real enough to acknowledge that. So I'm not gonna give it any more back and forth, even if there's another video made or whatever. Even if people have things to say, this is my response. This is me clearing it up. Hey, how you doing? But yeah, this is me. Who is free? I thought it said hey friend. I'm talking about some hey. But yeah, this was just me clearing everything up, and hopefully this clears the air to my perspective on it. But people are gonna feel how they want to feel, and it's okay. But the back and forth, that ain't gonna happen. I wish everyone well. I wish everyone love. I wish everyone light. And I just wanted to say that. And yeah. So I will see you all in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And well wishes to everyone and happy holidays. See you all later.